What if I told you that beneath New York City, there are hidden train platforms, secret gold vaults, abandoned subway stations, and tunnels that most people will never see? This isn't just the city that never sleeps. It's a city layered with secrets. Welcome to the curious planet. Today, we uncover New York. Secret platform under Grand Central. Beneath the grand marble floors and celestial ceiling of Grand Central Terminal lies one of New York's most mysterious hidden spaces, Track 61. Unlike the bustling platforms filled with commuters, this underground track was designed for secrecy. It is widely believed that President Franklin D. Roosevelt used this hidden entrance during the 1930s and 1940s to enter Manhattan discreetly. His train would arrive below street level, allowing him to avoid public attention, particularly because he was partially paralyzed and relied on a wheelchair, something carefully concealed from the public at the time. The platform remains mostly unused today, hidden beneath thousands of daily commuters who have no idea they are walking above a piece of presidential secrecy. It's a reminder that even the busiest public spaces can conceal private histories. The Empire State Building has its own zip code. The Empire State Building is not just an architectural icon, it operates almost like a city within a city. Completed in 1931 during the Great Depression, it quickly became a global symbol of ambition and resilience, but one of its lesser-known facts is that it has its own zip code, 10118. Why? Because the building receives such a massive volume of mail every day that the United States Postal Service assigned it a unique postal identity. Inside its walls are offices, broadcast facilities, observatories, and thousands of workers. At its peak, the building represented human engineering pushing boundaries during one of America's toughest economic periods. Today, it stands not only as a skyline landmark, but as a self-contained vertical ecosystem towering above Manhattan. Gold beneath Manhattan. Deep beneath the streets of Lower Manhattan lies a treasure most New Yorkers will never see, one of the largest gold reserves in the world. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York stores thousands of tons of gold bars in vaults nearly 80 feet below ground level. These vaults are protected by massive steel doors, complex security systems, and layers of reinforced concrete. Much of the gold doesn't even belong to the United States. It belongs to foreign governments and central banks around the world. The location was chosen because Manhattan's bedrock provides natural protection. While people rush through Wall Street above, billions of dollars in gold quietly sit in silence below. It's a powerful symbol of how financial influence can be physically hidden beneath ordinary city life. Central Park is entirely man-made. At first glance, Central Park appears to be a natural oasis. Rolling hills, serene lakes, wooded trails. But almost every inch of it was carefully designed. In the mid-1800s, landscape architects Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux transformed what was once rocky, uneven terrain into a structured urban sanctuary. Engineers moved millions of cartloads of soil and stone, sculpted hills, planted trees, and even engineered the lakes and ponds. Entire communities that previously lived on the land were displaced during construction. Today, Central Park feels wild and organic, yet it is one of the greatest examples of human-designed nature in the world. It represents how cities can create artificial calm within overwhelming urban density. The abandoned City Hall subway station. Hidden beneath Manhattan streets is one of the most beautiful yet forgotten subway stations in New York City, the original City Hall station. Opened in 1904 as part of the city's first subway line, it featured elegant curved platforms, ornate tilework, brass chandeliers, and skylights. However, as trains became longer and ridership increased, the curved platform became impractical. In 1945, the station was closed to the public. Though it remains intact, it is rarely seen except on special tours. It feels like a time capsule from a different era of design, when public infrastructure was treated as art. The silence that now fills the station contrasts sharply with the roaring subway system just beyond its walls. The Whispering Gallery of Grand Central. Inside Grand Central Terminal lies a subtle architectural phenomenon known as the Whispering Gallery. Located near the Oyster Bar, this curved archway has unusual acoustic properties. If one person stands in one corner and whispers softly into the wall, another person standing diagonally across the arch can hear the whisper clearly, even though they are several meters away. The effect occurs because of the curved ceiling, which channels sound waves along its surface. Many visitors stumble upon it accidentally, turning a busy transit hub into a place of quiet surprise. It's a reminder that sometimes the most fascinating secrets are not hidden underground. They are hiding in plain sight, shaped by simple physics and elegant design.
So Mary Jane is going to that corner. And I'm here in this corner. And we're gonna try it. Mary Jane, can you hear me?
A Cold War bunker inside the Brooklyn Bridge. In 2006, workers inspecting the Brooklyn Bridge made a surprising discovery. Inside one of the bridge's massive stone anchorages, they found a hidden Cold War bunker. Stored inside were emergency supplies, water drums, blankets, and thousands of crackers sealed in metal containers. These supplies dated back to the 1950s and 1960s, during a time when the fear of nuclear war loomed large over the United States. The bunker had been prepared in case of catastrophic attack. For decades, it sat unnoticed within one of the most iconic bridges in the world. Above it, millions of cars and pedestrians crossed daily, unaware that a relic of Cold War anxiety was quietly sealed within the structure's stone foundations. Times Square's original identity. Before it became the glowing heart of global advertising, Times Square was known as Longacre Square. In the late 19th century, it was a district associated with carriage manufacturing. Everything changed in 1904 when the New York Times relocated its headquarters to the area. To mark the occasion, the city renamed the square after the newspaper. Soon after, electric billboards and theaters transformed the neighborhood into an entertainment hub. Today, Times Square is visited by millions each year and is broadcast worldwide during New Year's Eve celebrations. Yet beneath its neon lights lies a quieter history, a reminder that even the world's brightest stages began in relative obscurity. The ruins of the smallpox hospital. On Roosevelt Island stand the haunting ruins of the smallpox hospital. They were built in 1856. Designed in Gothic revival style, the hospital once treated patients suffering from one of the deadliest diseases of the 19th century. At the time, smallpox outbreaks were common and terrifying. The hospital eventually closed as medicine advanced and vaccines became widespread. Over the decades, the building fell into decay, its stone walls weathered by time. Today, the preserved ruins stand as a historical landmark, illuminated at night like a quiet monument to medical progress. Surrounded by the modern Manhattan skyline, the structure creates a striking contrast between past suffering and present advancement. The Statue of Liberty's secret room. The Statue of Liberty is one of the most recognizable symbols in the world. Yet few people know that inside the statue's torch lies a hidden observation room. Visitors were once allowed to climb into the torch for panoramic views of New York Harbor. However, after an explosion in 1916 caused structural damage, access to the torch was permanently closed for safety reasons. Though tourists can still climb to the crown, the torch remains off-limits to the public. Hidden inside one of America's greatest symbols of freedom is a room that has not been accessible for over a century. It adds another layer of mystery to a monument already filled with symbolism. New York isn't just steel and glass, it's layers of hidden platforms, forgotten tunnels, buried gold, and silent ruins. And this is only the beginning. Subscribe to The Curious Planet, because every city has secrets.